People of Ibadan, good evening. How's been your day? I hope you've been doing great. I hope you've been doing fine. This is Diamond 101.1 FM right here in the University of Ibadan, where we promote values and excellence. How has been the weather? I would say that the weather has bipolar. That's what I would say, because in the morning it was really cold, and then all of a sudden, the heat and everything came again. I would say officially we are in the Matan season. All right. I hope you've kept yourself hydrated all day and doing, and I hope you're also doing fine. Like I said before, this is Diamond 101.1 FM in the University of Ibadan. And here, what do? We promote values and excellence. And welcome to another episode of DFM Health Plus with Damaris. My name is Damaris Onyebula. And today with me in the studio, I have a special guest. Of course, last week we had I brought in a physiotherapist who came in and told us about exercise and things that we actually need to know about exercising. But today I'm here in the studio with a pharmacist. So her name is Eunice Oyesiji, a dedicated pharmacist, and she's also a recent graduate from the University of Ibadan. And Eunice Oyesiji is driven by a passion for global health, particularly in advancing Sustainable Development Goal 3. So Eunice Oyesiji is committed to fostering healthier lifestyles. Eunice successfully undertook a no soda challenge in 2020. I think I'm going to reread that. It says that Eunice successfully undertook a no soda challenge in 2020, maintaining a soda-free life since. So that's like calculating. That's 3 years now without her taking soda. Can you do that? That's a very big challenge. So she's here today and she's going to take us on this journey. She's going to help us to see the way she actually did it in these 3 years without soda. Also, she is a catalyst for positive change. She actively promotes the adoption of healthy habits and founded Healthy Letters, an initiative empowering youths with valuable health tips. In her professional pursuit, she has written and published some research papers. It's the way every youth now is just going so hard into whatever they are found doing. Just look at her. She's a recent graduate and she's already a pharmacist, dedicated, and she has written papers and even published them. So this is a challenge to you out there. If you're a student, you're listening to me, there is nowhere you can actually get to in life. That you have that goal, you have those goals in mind. Just make sure that you continue, fight for everything you want to do in life, and you will definitely get there. She's also a lover of God, and she has this unwavering belief in building a healthier and longer life for everyone. All right, Pharmacist Eunice Oyesiji, you're welcome to the studio today.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure you are going to dish out value. But first of all, we're actually going to start with that conversation on drugs, drug abuse, drug misuse, and if possible, we're also going to talk about addiction before we actually go into the no soda story, the no soda conversation. So a lot of people out there now, or let me say, people who are not learned, they've not gone to school. Even some people who go to school make this mistake sometimes. We say, oh, we are going to the chemist. I want to go and buy drugs. So we are going to the chemist. So I don't know if there's a difference between, well, I know, because I'm learned. I know a little bit, but a lot of people actually go to the pharmacist and call them chemists, call the place chemist. And they will say, oh, they are going to the chemist to get drugs, to buy this, to buy that. So what is actually the difference between a chemist and a pharmacist? If I may ask, we want to know.
All right, thank you very much for that question. A pharmacist is somebody that has undergone a training, maybe 5 years training in the university to become a pharmacist, and that's the only person that is eligible to open and run a pharmacy. But a chemist, these people are just like apprentices who go to a pharmacist and they learn on the job. Maybe they get certified one of these days and then they open their chemist store. Or they are better called patent medicine dealers.
Okay. Patent medicine. So you are a patent medicine dealer, you are not? All right. So now we can say that someone who calls him or herself a chemist has prior knowledge, or let me say has little knowledge about what a pharmacist does. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay. So what should be the correct process as to getting the right medications for an illness, for any illness at all? So what should be like the correct process as to getting, so like when someone is down with an illness now, should the person just immediately go to the pharmaceutical store or go to the hospital? So we want to know the correct process as to actually getting the right medication for any illness.
Alright, the actual process is that once you see that you are feeling somehow, you are feeling down and the symptoms are overwhelming, the first thing you need to do is to go see your medical doctor. Go to the hospital. Then once you see your medical doctor, explain to him or her the way you are feeling, complain, tell them your symptoms, tell them how you are feeling, don't hold anything back. So your medical doctor is then going to diagnose you to know exactly what is wrong with you. And in some cases, if they cannot diagnose you by just getting your symptoms, they can ask you to go and do a medical test. Make sure you also go to do the medical test when they ask you to do it, and then when you come back with the results, they check it, and then that is when they write you a prescription containing medications that you should take or some lifestyle modifications. So in cases where you get medications, the next thing you are now to do is to go to a pharmaceutical store, is to go to a pharmacy. Don't go to a roadside dealer, don't go to people who sell in the buses or people who are just roadside medicine sellers. Don't go there. Go to a registered pharmaceutical store that you know that people already know this place to be a standard pharmaceutical store, because we have ones that they are not really practicing what is right. So go to a registered one that is known and reputable. Then you present the prescription to your pharmacist. Then the pharmacist is going to collect the prescription from you. We will check it, check the drugs, and make sure that there are no drug-drug interaction. We also make sure that the dose is corresponding to what you are meant to use based on your age, your weight, and those things like that. So the pharmacist is then going to give you the drug that you need, that is going to make you feel better, and then from there some counseling also can take place. So that's actually the right way. When you feel down, that's the right approach that you should take.
The right process. Thank you very much. Okay, funny question now. How do you see the writings of the doctors? Because a lot of doctors, the way they write, their writings are all very funny. That even we that want to even buy drugs, we cannot even see.
Yes.
So I don't understand how pharmacists actually see, because you guys just bring it out and we're like, oh wow, so this is it. Even ordinary paracetamol, we can't even see. So I don't know if is this a legit question. No, I don't know how you see how you see their writings.
Yes, many people have actually made this complaint, but I would say that we pharmacists are actually gifted, and we are indispensable in the medical profession line.
Amazing.
So based on the fact that we've been used to many drugs, so we get to see prescription on a daily basis, so you can already tell what this medical doctor has written and to help you to be able to read the drugs. And another thing is that by communicating with the patient, you are able to understand what the patient is feeling like. So from that, you'll be able to pass your judgment based on the drug that the medical doctor has already written. And to be sincere, we have some patients that if they can read the medical doctor's handwriting, trust me, they will not go to the hospital again, because they'll be like, oh, when I was feeling like this, my doctor wrote this drug and that drug for me, so I don't need to go and see my doctor again. Let me just go ahead and buy this drug. So we can also see that the way medical doctors write sometimes is to prevent patients from self-medicating.
Seriously? Did they learn that?
Well,
Like, wow, this is
when
funny.
I had a medical doctor, he said that their profession is rigorous and they have to write and write and write. Like
Oh.
even at the spot, they have to, when they are taking details from patient and everything like that. So
Yeah,
over
that's very
time,
fast.
so over time their handwriting go from bad to worse. And some people still have very good handwriting, but we pharmacists, we actually sometimes plead to our medical doctors to write legibly. In fact, if we cannot see some handwriting that they've written, we return the prescription back to them.
Back to that.
Yes.
Okay. So if you're a doctor, me I will not say anything. But yeah. Okay, so actually people tend to misuse drugs. They tend to abuse drugs. So
Yeah.
we really want to know the difference between drug misuse or drug abuse and even drug addiction. So we want to know if there is a difference. If there's a difference between those words.
There are differences between drug misuse, drug abuse, and drug
Addiction.
addiction. Drug misuse means that you are taking a drug in a way that is different from how it has been prescribed by your medical doctor. Imagine you taking paracetamol. Your doctor has told you to take 2 tablets 3 times daily, but instead of you to take it 3 times daily, you went ahead to take it 5 times in a day. So you've actually misused. Yes, you've misused that drug. Another side to drug misuse is using a drug for something that is entirely not what it was prescribed for you. Now take Piriton. Everybody know Piriton, that okay, when you have catarrh you can use Piriton. But do you know that some people actually use Piriton because of the drowsy effect? Like it makes them to become drowsy and then they can sleep off. So they use it as a sleeping pill. It's a drug misuse, which is not appropriate. So having established what drug misuse is, let's go on to what drug abuse means. Yes. So drug abuse is the inappropriate, excessive, and persistent use of a drug for non-therapeutic purposes. Like this one is not, it's not because you want to get well, it's not because you want to be healed from a particular sickness. You are just using it. Some people use it to feel high, they use it to feel because of the euphoric feeling of this drug. And most of the drugs that are abused are usually the CNS active drugs, like you can see the codeine, morphine. Those are drugs that are easily abused.
Can we say the hard drugs? Yeah, the hard drugs.
Exactly. Yes. So people self-medicate with this drug because of the way it alters their consciousness. So some people, when they want to do some activities that on a normal day they cannot do. So they will make sure they take those CNS active drugs so as to make them to feel high, to feel pleasant, and now when we come to drug addiction is like the severe form of drug abuse. Someone that has been abusing a particular substance over time, if it's not corrected, the person will have an uncontrollable urge to always want to take that medication, to always want to take that drug. And that's why we say drug addiction is the compulsive need to keep taking drug or substances, not minding the consequences. At this point, you don't even mind what's going to happen to you. You don't mind if you lose your job. You don't mind if you go into depression. You don't mind if you are expelled out of school. Because this drug is giving you what you need, you just keep taking it. The compulsive need to always take it. You're already addicted to it. So that's what we call drug addiction.
All right, thank you very much. Let's just take one more question before we go on a quick music break. So as a pharmacist, how do you educate patients to manage their medications?
Like I said the other time, when they get the prescription from their medical doctor, they'll bring it to the pharmacy. Then as a pharmacist, we collect the prescription and we do a thorough checking. We check for the dates, we check for the name of the hospital, provided that it is a letter-headed prescription sheet. Then we also check for the signature and the signature of the doctor in charge to be sure that it was actually written by a medical doctor. So having established this basic fact of a prescription, we go ahead to check the drug that the patient is meant to take, and then we compare it to the patient's condition, if it's actually the drug that the patient is meant to take. So having established all of those things, now go ahead to counsel the patient. This is the drug that you are meant to take. You are meant to take this drug, write it on the pack. Some people can write it in figures, some people can just draw strokes. Actually, these strokes can be misleading. Imagine you wanting a patient to take, let's say, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. But instead of saying 2 in the morning, 2 at night, anytime from 1 a.m. to like 11:59 a.m. is morning. But we are always being specific about the time. Let's say the drug is a 12-hour interval drug. If you take it 8 a.m. in the morning, then 8 p.m. in the night. Yes. So that's being specific that, okay, this time is when you should take your medication. And even on the pack of the drug, 2 tablets in the morning, 2 tablets at night, and then you wrote 2 stroke, and the patient misinterpret it as 11. That's an overdose already. So we try as much as possible to write it in a way that any patient can understand. And also, in counseling, we tell the patient that, okay, you should take this drug with water. Don't take it with eba or pounded yam or amala. Don't put it inside, because these things can affect the way the drug will be absorbed in your body. Take it with only water. Then we also tell them if it's a drug that should be taken with food or without food, or maybe 30 minutes before food or 30 minutes after food. These are some of the counseling that we give to patients. And then we also tell them that whenever they come into the pharmacy, after we've given them all these counseling tips, we ask them to state it back to us, to tell us everything that we told them, so that we can be able to make sure that everything we've told them, they actually understood it, and they'll be able to apply it when they start taking their medication. And for some cases where they need to come back to refill their medication, we tell them that so date this drug will finish. Make sure to come back to the pharmacy to refill your medication for drugs that are not prescription based. And the ones that are prescription based, we tell them to go back to their medical doctor, get a new prescription, and bring it back to the pharmacy. And for drugs that after 7 or 14 days you are meant to stop using it, we also tell them that after these dates, make sure you do not take this drug again, because it would have done all the work that it is meant to do. So these are how we tell them. And even we also tell them about storage too. There are some drugs that should be kept in a cool, dry place. There are some that should be refrigerated. So we explain to them based on the drug that they've come to the pharmacy to come and get. Yes.
Wow. Being a pharmacist must be, like, even from your voice, I can see that you must be a very nice person. And as a pharmacist, if you are not nice, because with everything she has just said, you are there to actually show care and to show a lot of how would I say it now, concern actually for your patients, for anyone that actually comes to meet you. So pharmacists are like gatekeepers of health, ensuring that medications are used safely and effectively. So we can say that the pharmacist is the one between the medical doctors and the patients. They're like gatekeepers. And please, if you're a pharmacist, because many pharmacists out there, I don't want to badmouth anybody, but many pharmacists that we meet out there, I don't know, maybe because of the frustration of the country and all of that, they are very mean. But like hearing from this pharmacist right here in the studio today, we see that you all are supposed to be very nice people, treating your patients just so nicely. So please, let's try to do better. So right now we're going to go on a quick music break. I'm going to be playing you Johnny Drill, How Are You My Friend? And when we get back, we are going to go to the No Soda Challenge conversation. Stay tuned.
Promoting values and excellence.
All right. We're still here in the studio live on DFM Health Plus, and we still have our guest here, Eunice Oyesiji from the University of Ibadan, a pharmacist, and she is also someone who has successfully undertook a no soda challenge in 2020, and since then till now, and I'm very sure maybe till forever, she's going to be able to maintain a soda-free life. Yes, And I want us to actually dive into this no soda conversation. So Eunice, what motivated your choice to actually stop taking soda? Because me, I don't know. Well, maybe I can do it because, of course, as I'm going to hear what you're gonna have to say now, maybe that will stop me from wanting to take it. Maybe later on in the future. But for now, let me. I really don't know. So I'm very sure you'll be able to convince me and convince everyone out there listening to us that perhaps taking soda is not good. It's not really good for your health, and you just have to live healthy and keep living healthy. So what exactly motivated your choice to stop taking soda?
Okay, what motivated my choice to stop taking soda started in year 2020 during my industrial training in a community pharmacy. So, on one of those days, some medical reps came to the pharmacy to come and talk to us about their medication. And of course, whenever they come like that, we are always so prepared because they'll come with rice, they'll come with goodies, and soft drinks as well.
Of course.
So after the whole talking, they decided to give us soft drinks. And the pharmacist that was sitting beside me just said, "No, I don't want." Like, she rejected it. And I was like, who on earth rejects
soda?
who on earth rejects soda? I was really, really surprised. I decided to ask her that, okay, why did you reject the bottle of soft drink? I said that I'm not taking this thing in 3 months, and I don't think I need to take it. 3 months.
So.
Yeah,
Wow.
she said so.
She tried.
I was like, 3 months? You've not taking this thing, and me, I'm already looking at I'm even going to get another bottle. So when she said that, it got me thinking, but I didn't take any action. And when I got home that day, right on her status, she posted it that she has also helped someone to commence a no soda challenge, and the person has been so consistent for 30 days. So that was like, it was buttressing what she said at the pharmacy. And then I saw it on her status again. I was like, what is this? I still want to take this soft drink. So when I now went to research that, okay, what exactly are the maybe the side effects attached to taking excessive soft drinks. Then when I searched, hey Jesus, what I found out, they were so scary. They were so scary because I saw that taking soda excessively can lead to diabetes. Like, it can be a risk factor for diabetes, for obesity, and then this drink can also deplete the amount of calcium that you have.
Wow.
It can affect your oral health. Somebody that where you want to speak to someone and they are covering their nose.
Jesus. And we're back.
And then you are wondering that you see, these are some of the things that I saw that were the bad effects that soft drinks can do to a person's health. And when I saw this, that was enough motivation that I needed. Although I still drank soda that day, but I started on the 1st of April 2020. There's this thing with new months and starting new things.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I started on the 1st of April, and since then till now,
wow,
I'm still on the journey.
I want to be like you when I grow up, Sha. Okay, so how often did you used to actually take the soda in the past? Because, of course, a lot of small son. We are already buying it. Like, it's just something that quenches your appetite.
Yes,
You already, it's like an appetite, in fact. So how often did you used to take in the past before you now started the challenge?
Okay, being a pharmacy student, then I was a pharmacy student as at 2020. After coming from classes from morning to evening, the next thing that is on your mind.
Show me some soda, cold, chilled. Oh my god, chilled one.
Yes, like nobody's going to tell you before. I love the brightly colored ones. I don't like the dark ones, so I was very selective. But on a normal day, I could drink like 1 liter.
Which one is 1 liter?
I think maybe they are not doing those ones again. There is this big one that is very long. Like,
wow.
The common one that we see are maybe 75 cl, 50 cl. But I could drink 1 liter. I've actually drank in a day.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
And on that days, I could drink maybe just 75 cl, maybe 2 times. Maybe when I drink it in the afternoon, I'll drink it in the night.
Detrimentally amazing. Good.
So I was that consistent with my intake of soda. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so in your journey now, so how would you describe your first 30 days of not taking soda? What was the experience like? How did you feel? How was it for you? Was it easy? Or it was just of course. Of course. So let's know what to know.
Okay, the first 30 days of soda, that was when COVID happened. So I was unable to go to the community pharmacy for my IT again because they asked us to stay at
Stay
home.
home.
So I couldn't see the pharmacist face to face to be telling now how exactly I was feeling. But the first 30 days, I had only water as an alternative. So it was boring, it was tiring, it was hard. First 30 days. Imagine going from something that you enjoy, all those practical
1 liter per day.
1 liter. I'm now going to take water. That can be very boring to
And
drink
tasteless.
and tasteless. I was drinking this only for 30 days, and the thing is that I would see soda around, like it was difficult. When people around you are taking it and you're saying because you're on a 30 days no soda challenge, you don't want to take it, that thing can be so annoying. But it was hard. The first 30 days it was hard, but I didn't give up. I kept going.
Of course, that was pressure. Pressure and pressure and pressure.
Yeah.
So in fact, it's amazing actually. So that was how the experience was for you. It was boring, it was
Yes.
tiring, taking water for 30
For
days.
30 days.
That's amazing. But then it's actually what it will do to your body that you should look at. So did you have the support of anyone, in the early stages? Was anyone there to push you and say, you can do this now? You can. Maybe that lady, did you tell her about it? Did she help you?
Yes.
Let's know.
That pharmacist actually helped me. When I started for the first 30 days, I was always going back to her to ask her that, okay, what are the other alternatives that I could take on this journey? I would also ask her that, okay, how was it like? What were the benefits that she got? Those benefits that she was telling me also kept me going, because I was like, if she got this, it means I could also get it. Then I also had a friend. So the very first 30 days, I and the friend were on the journey together. So that was like, okay, the person was checking on me, I was checking on the person as well. Then the next 30 days, when I was posting about my first 30 days on my social media platform, other people were like, oh, this is something that I want to do too, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. Maybe you just gather us together in a group and we go on this journey together. And I was like, okay, nice one. Let's do no soda challenge with Eunice for 30 days. That was first of May till
Can we still join?
yeah.
You will still drop your number because we want to join.
Alright. So those were like, I got like 60 persons. That was the second phase, that the second 30 days of my journey. That was when I got 60 persons on the journey together with me.
60?
Yes.
Wow, people actually want to do this.
Yes.
That's good.
And these people were together, we were motivating each other. But this, I would say the next 30 days were kind of easier, because at this point I knew I had people who were depending on me to supply them alternatives. So I had to do research. I researched for 30 LD alternatives for them.
Okay.
So I was giving them alternatives every day. So having these people that were also interested in staying also, that kept me going. So it was enough motivation that I needed.
Okay, so were there pressures? Because you said that you already had 60 persons.
Yeah.
And of course you are their leader already.
Yes.
And you have to stay off soda just to encourage them. So were there any pressures elsewhere? Maybe for you to stop and all of that?
There were pressures. So even before I started, like, I saw someone that said to my face that in this Nigeria you won't stay on soda. Is that possible?
In fact, my son is
said, is that possible? And I was like, someone has done it. So that was when I remember what the pharmacist told me, that she did it for 3 months. I said, someone has done it for 3 months. It means I can do it too. That was how I countered the pressure that I had. And even seeing people who were drinking, going for, although what helped me was the COVID. We were inside, so there were no parties, there were no ceremonies where people would share soda. So that one, the pressure was about from that side was not there. But after we started going out, going to parties, the pressure was there. They would be serving soda across your table, and you will not be able to to collect it because you know you're on a no soda challenge. So
Mhm.
those were the pressures that I had.
Of course,
I
of
first
course.
started.
There are always pressures in life. So
Yeah.
if you're listening to this, don't give in to any pressure.
Yeah.
Maybe not just in this aspect that we're talking about, in any other aspect of your life where it seems like you're the only one on that path to destiny. You're the only one on that path to your, to reaching your goal. But then everyone around you is just in opposition. Everyone around you is saying you better stop, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. Please don't give in to pressure. All right, so how quickly did you notice any difference physically and psychologically? So I want to know what were the advantages and how quickly are we going to notice quick change or quick difference in how we were before and how we will be after stopping to take the soda.
Okay, thank you for that question. I would say that the first 30 days, the major difference I saw was that I was drinking more water. I'm someone that I don't even care about my water intake because I'll be like, I don't want to be going to the toilet every now and then. So let me just drink small water now, small water then. But I noticed that when I started this no soda challenge, because water was my go-to drink, so I was drinking more water, and this actually reflected on my skin. My skin became clearer.
Oh, wow.
It was really clearer when I started.
I'm looking at my skin because
So my skin became clearer when I started drinking more water. And I also noticed that along the line, I think that was after 50 days, I noticed that I lost some weight in my belly, like close to my belly.
Oh,
so
wow.
that was like belly fat
fat.
reduction. So that was another benefit that I got. And psychologically, the no soda challenge taught me discipline. To begin a healthy habit, it takes discipline.
Yeah.
So being able to go for 30 days and now 60 days, it really taught me that there's nothing that I say I want to do. As long as I am disciplined, I'll be able to do it. So these were some of the benefits that I got. And yes, physically, or will I say financially now, I saved money.
Okay.
Yes.
Of course.
So I did something for myself. I said, okay, for every day that I did not take soda, I will save the equivalent in my compliance jar.
That's so smart.
So I was saving, then a bottle was like 100 naira. So I was saving 100 naira every day. And I think I was able to save like 2,000 plus then for a month. So at least it was something then as a student. It was something for me then. So.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, our time is far spent. Like I said, I should continue this conversation. But we're going to continue. We're not done. We're not going anywhere until a few minutes to 6 actually. So what are the benefits that you've enjoyed from staying off soda? The benefits.
Okay, like I already said that when I started the no soda challenge, I began to drink more water. Water became my best friend. I was drinking it every day. You will not find me dehydrated. One bag of water can finish in maybe 4 days. I lost weight too. Coupled with a weight loss plan from a dietitian, I was able to lose it because only staying off soda alone might not really give you the actual effect that you would see when you want to lose weight, but it is one step towards losing weight. So I lost weight because soda was not a thing for me, and the sugar from there was not a thing for me, together with the weight loss plan. So I was able to lose weight, and I also saved money. And for me, whenever I took soda, I would feel bloated, but when I stopped taking soda, I was experiencing less bloating because what's going to trigger it, I had already cut it off from my diet, so that was no longer there. And my skin became really fresher, it became clearer too. In fact, most of us that are big on skincare, I think you should start from what you are putting into your body first. When you establish that, then you can now bring other things. So for me, staying off soda and drinking more water was the beginning of my own skincare routine.
Our freshness. Okay.
Yes. So
all right.
Those are the benefits that I've been enjoying from staying off soda for the past 3 years.
Okay. You ladies that you're always using money to buy skincare products. I'm not saying you should not buy, or you can buy, but then you can actually start from this. You can start with taking water instead of taking soda, taking soft drink every single time. So what soda alternatives have you been taking? Is there anyone apart from water?
Yes, I began to take fruits too. You see, fruits are
Okay.
they are full of nutrients, all those vitamins and minerals that we need. They are embedded in fruits, even fibers too. So I was taking fruits that had more water in them, like watermelon, apple. I was also taking cucumber. So fruits were other things that I was taking. And on other days, I could prepare a fruit infused water where I get water, cut up some fruits that have been freshly gotten and washed properly. I put them inside water, keep it refrigerated, then I sip the water. So that's what we call fruit infused water. So I get to take that too on some other days. So these have been the alternatives that I've been taking that are healthy too. Some people will say that, okay, how about some brands? I don't want to mention some brands. Some people will say, how about fruit
Fruit
juices?
juice. Oh, I wanted to ask that now.
Actually, those ones, like, I see no difference because these things are also embedded with lots and lots of sugars.
Sugar,
And
calories.
even the fruits that they said, they are not real fruits. They are not made with real fruits. Most of them are just chemicals that have been prepared together and packaged inside bottles.
In case you want to join this Note So That challenge with Eunice, I will call her. I think that's your WhatsApp number.
Yeah.
I'll call your WhatsApp number quickly, and you could add her. Please be very disciplined and approach her as a disciplined person. Thank you.